Bro, it's already 7 o'clock in the morning. You know that Alex Hormozy has already been working for 4 hours and probably gotten a workout in by now? Do you think Elon Musk became who he is by sleeping in? Get your shit together. Get out of bed. Let's frickin' go.
How are you going to afford a house? I need to work hard. How are you going to support your family? I know I'm not making enough progress. You're everything that's going to be. You don't deserve a break. You haven't accomplished anything. You have nothing to offer.
I don't know about you guys, but for me, no matter how hard I work, no matter how much I do, I can't seem to shake off this feeling that I'm just not enough. There is always something more I could be doing or some better result that I could be getting. And operating from this place of not enoughness can be extremely exhausting. But after I get a workout in, feel all the feels, and finally get into problem solver mode, I ask myself, what would actually make me enough? What is the measurement or performance indicator of enoughness? Is it to be able to pay the bills of everyone I love? To be this emotional rock for those who rely on me? To be this ultimate form that I imagine that I should be in my head? And even if I achieved all of these things, how long could I sustain it? And should my self-worth be wrapped up in my ability to provide, produce, or perform? What if you get into an accident and you can't work? What if you get laid off? And ultimately, as we get older, in certain respects, we just become less useful. So ultimately, assigning our self-worth to our productivity really isn't a great long-term strategy. And so what happens when we assign our self-worth to these external circumstances and use this as a measuring stick for our worthiness? When we put our self-worth into something that's ultimately largely out of our control, we end up on this roller coaster of self-love and self-hatred. But if we don't put our self-worth into these external things that we can measure, then how do we know that we're on the right track? How do we know that we're enough? And then I realized this idea of not being enough lives in the future. At least for myself, there's always this worry that somewhere down the line, I'm not gonna have enough money, resilience, strength to get through a situation that I'm completely imagining in my head. But if I were just to focus completely on this present moment, I have more than enough. If you focus on this present moment right now, you're watching this video, so I'm assuming you're alive. You're breathing. And from this present moment, we actually have access to every single timeline that exists in the future. Your hopes, your dreams, your greatest fears, all of it starts from here, in this moment right now. But when we worry and ruminate on whether or not we'll be enough, we put all of our energy into these future timelines that have yet to even transpire. And ultimately, we end up giving away our power to this imaginary future timeline that has yet to happen and may never happen. So instead of putting your energy into worrying about the future, put your energy into this present moment and use that to manifest the future that you really want for yourself. Because right now, you're breathing, you're alive, you're enough. So if you deal with that same negative self-talk that's telling you you're not enough, just focus back in on the present. Realize that you have everything you need right now, and take that energy that you're using to worry about the future to build the future you want instead.